Hey, I'm Cassie,
I'm Krysta.
and we're just gonna start making random videos. We don't know what we're gonna name this yet.
No clue whatsoever.
I'm gonna punch her in the throat.
I actually
The
just
throat punchers.
no. I actually just thought of an idea though,
What?
because this is something that's been on my mind. And if you are gonna post this, this is a very interesting idea. So let me get Simba away.
You almost called him Sam.
I did because, as y'all just saw, Simba laying on my chest. Why the heck are we obsessed with this stupid show called Supernatural? Just random weird things. Just talk
Aw.
about Supernatural.
He called me Love Bug.
Who?
Sean.
Aww. That was a terrible heart.
What? Mine?
No, mine, because mine was like this, so I had to go. There we go.
So we're just gonna talk about random stuff. Just to,
Again, I mean, we should talk about Supernatural.
we should talk about Supernatural.
Why the heck do we like this show? Why do we love this show? Why are we obsessed with this show?
I think it started out for me, the fact that I really liked Jensen Ackles. So I figured, might as well try to start watching it. And then a couple friends told me that I should watch it. And I was like, okay. I watched that first episode, and as soon as he walked in and said, Dad's on a hunting trip, and he hasn't been home in a few days, and I was hooked. Right
so
there.
That
Hooked.
meme that literally said I had a social life until a fandom walked in my life in the middle and said,
Dad's on a hunting trip. And he hasn't been home in a few days.
You are that person.
I am that person.
That's not necessarily true for me because I got in a weird way forced to watch it, but it was weird.
Touche.
Like the way basically was I was helping my mom pack. Like this is like I actually get to tell somebody how I started watching Supernatural. So I was helping my mom pack a couple years ago, and she was supposed to be moving, and I'm hearing my stepdad and my sisters talk about this show. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And they're like, you've never heard of Supernatural? Sam, Dean, Cass, Crowley? I'm like, what are you talking about? So they basically almost threw me on my mom's couch and were screaming at my stepdad, go get your seasons 1 and 2! Go get your seasons 1 and 2! And he did. He brought his, he had season 1 and 2 on DVD. And they showed me it. I was like, okay, what the heck are you about to have me watch? Let me pop it in. And they're like, you gotta be quiet, no talking, no talking. And I watch it. And they stopped right after it was either the first 5 minutes or the whole episode. They stopped the show twice on me. And so here's my thoughts watching the first 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, that's cute.
Sorry. I'll turn it down.
Castillo, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm watching it, and this is my thoughts. First thing, oh, that's cute. Cute little family. Oh, look at the cute baby. Oh, he's so sweet. Well, the big brother said, nice. Holy crap, it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Why did nobody tell me Jeffrey Dean Morgan was in this? I love freaking Watchmen. Okay, this show wins with me. Has Jeffrey Dean Morgan in it? Okay, Wait, what? That's not John. Mary, go check on Sam. No, don't let him turn you away. Go check on Sam. Okay, go see him. John's downstairs. Or that was John. Clearly that wasn't John. John, Mary. Like, I'm freaking out. Like, the whole time I'm watching it. And then when it cuts to present day, and you see Jess going, Sam, oh yes, let's get out here. Sam pops up. Do I have to? I like, well, okay, clearly Sam grew up well, but what happened between him being a baby and him two looking like that? And watched the whole episode and got hooked because they like stopped it. They're like, so what do you think? I'm like, play more. Like, I got hooked because I honestly wanted to know, do they find their dad? Do they explain what the crap happened between the time they were a baby and looking like what they did in season 1. I like Dean's car. Like, good God, I want that car. Dean is funny, so I like fell in love because I like funny characters. So like, Dean and me, we could be best friends. He got a cool car and he's funny. That works for me. And then I just kept watching and watching and watching and watching and watching, and I was just like, okay, I got it. Basically, I am the one weird person. I fell in love with the plot. I had it. I have to see what happens next because I got to see how it ends. Because
Well,
it's crazy.
So how long did it take you to watch every season?
This is where the psycho part comes out of the Supernatural fan. I actually stopped watching it after I first watched it because I first started watching it in July of 2013, and then I stopped watching it for a while because I didn't know if it was on. I honestly didn't know if it was like on Netflix or anything. And then, because like when my mom and my sisters and my stepdad had me first watching it, they were in season 4, so they had me start from the beginning. Smart people. But I stopped watching it for a while, and I didn't pick it back up until I started college, which was the following month in August. And it gave me something to do because during that time period, I had just started college, and my grandfather had been in the hospital for a while because he had a stroke and a heart attack, and so he was in the hospital. And my dad, which I would do because I wish I could have done the same thing, but my dad was telling me, keep going to school was die my grandfather's side. Like, he would stay at the hospital all the time. Like, he would barely go to work, which he had plenty of time off, so he saved up so much vacation and sick leave, he could do that. So my dad pretty much didn't go to work, stayed by my grandfather's side the entire time he was at the hospital. He went back and forth between VA and Methodist, mostly staying at VA. And so I was home by myself, and even when weekends my little brother would come over, or maybe when my sister would come over, I was still by myself. So I was like, and because I'm always that kid in school that finishes up my homework while I'm at school, even in college, and I'm studying, and I'm doing good. I was bored, and my mom and my sisters kept pestering me like, "Are you watching Supernatural? Are you watching Supernatural? What part of Supernatural are you? Are you at this part yet?" I'm like, "I'm in school. I have a life. I'm helping my father out with the house and my grandfather. So why not?" But most of the time I was just sitting home by myself studying with nothing else to do. So I picked it back up. So I forgot where I left off because when they first had me watching it, I actually watched up until Hookman. So I watched 7 episodes. I forgot where I was, so I had to pick back up when I first started watching it. And I got hooked. But then when I found out, like, I liked the Facebook page, and then I was like, oh. And I saw, and this is like, now we're in September, and I saw that they made a Facebook post about season 8 coming out on Blu-ray and DVD, and season 9 starting in October, and I'm like, still in early September, and I'm like on seasons 1 and 2, and I just went, okay then. And literally went from seasons 1 and 2 that week till the following week, I'm in season 5. So I literally watched seasons 1 through 8 in that time period from July, August to right before October 8th. Because October 8th, I had just finished season 8, and at 9 o'clock, I was watching season 9, and I've been trapped, and I don't want to go back.
For me, it took, okay, I started watching it when it first came out, season 1 first started. And I remember watching it. I don't remember what grade I was in, but I do remember watching the first couple of episodes. And then, of course, I got busy with school.
It was 2005, so you were in the 5th grade.
Well, okay, then I was in the 5th grade and I started watching it. But, of course, we got busy with school and moving and all that stuff. Well, last year, yeah, it was last year, I started watching from the very beginning because I went on Netflix and I was like, okay, I'll start watching it. I started watching it in September, and I finished all 11 seasons, or all 10 seasons, and then into season 11 um, up in October. So I binge watched every single season in 1 month. I had no life. I was like, okay, go to work, come home, watch Supernatural. Days off.
Or Grey's Anatomy.
No, I didn't start. I mean, I watched Grey's Anatomy with my mom when I was younger, but I kind of stopped, and I figured after Supernatural, because I binge watched it like 4 or 5 times, and then I was like, you know what, I need to get on something else because I'm gonna go crazy and I'm gonna start thinking that I'm a hunter. I was like, okay, so I decided I was gonna start watching Grey's Anatomy, and now I'm hooked on that, and I'm on season 12 already.
I don't watch Grey's. I don't know.
Oh.
I lost interest. But yeah, that's how I started watching this crazy show. And I'm glad I watched it because
Supernatural is now life.
yeah, and it's so weird because like all of the friends I've met and reconnected with, because of the show, they're not like, to anybody who will eventually watch this, don't let the fans who seem like crazy get you down, because there are some. I've met a couple, but the ones I met, they're just chill. They watch it for the plot. They do like the actors. They think the actors are cool. Some of them, because we've met a couple, they've been to conventions. But there are some Supernatural fans who are just like, we're just chill. We like to watch the show. I mean, me, what I do is I love watching the show. I plan to go to conventions because they look freaking awesome. I will buy the merchandise. I mean, clearly I got a blanket. So,
See, we got Crowley,
Sam,
Dean, and Cass.
Castiel. But Dean's our favorite between me and
Yes.
Cassie.
Yes. We fight over him all the time.
Yeah. But it's like, I
And of course, I am the female version of Dean.
according to her in our friendship. But it's like I will get the merchandise. I will plan to go to conventions. Yes, I do follow the actors on social media because they just seem really likable guys, and they're
Down to earth.
So it's like, why not? They're good role models, especially in recently, because Jared's starting the Always Keep Fighting campaign last year, and Misha with Random Acts and Gishwiz and all the good stuff he does for that. So it's like, why not follow these guys? They're good guys. It's like, you can't help it when you're a fan of somebody and you find somebody like, gush, like, oh, they're so cute. But I will comment, yes, they are hot, yes, they are cute, and maybe do a little extra, but I won't go into much more gushing because it's just kind of weird to me when you go really weird, like the shipping and stuff. I don't ship, but I see where people can. I just don't. But yeah, I'm a laid back Supernatural fan, even though I watch the show all the time, but I don't care.
Don't let her fool you. She cares. No, I'm very inspired by the Always Keep Fighting campaign, though, because they started it when Jared started it to bring awareness to like the depression and anxiety, all the different diseases, I guess you could say. And me, speaking from experience, I suffer from depression and anxiety and pretty much the whole spiel. So I got a tattoo basically saying that, just to remind me of the campaign and Supernatural, and just to help myself remember to keep fighting, because there's been a lot of times that I've wanted to give up. And of course I got my friend.
Like I said, we've reconnected because of the show, and that's, like I said, that's one thing I like, because it's so weird that a show about two guys who hunt monsters teaches I think the importance of family, the importance of friendship, the importance of bonds, because it helped me reconnect with my mom, because when my mom fell on this, we had a very bad relationship, and only a very few people knew about it. But this show comes along and helps me reconnect with her, and I can now talk to her about anything when we weren't talking. When we were hardly talking, it was just like, okay, yeah. I mean, literally, our conversations were short like that. But now it's, I can tell her, hey, I'm pissed off at something, or something's bugging me, all because of me going, hey, mom, this show is nuts, you know. So I'm glad it reconnected me, and that's what I love about it, because that's, again, with the friends I've met through this show, it's like, it's about connection, and I love it.
Well, not only connecting to, like, to friends, like, reconnecting friends or reconnecting family or whatever, I think it's also pretty cool that we can connect with other people, you know, around the world. We went to the mall, what, a month or two ago.
And like I said,
we met
two friends that are awesome.
We met someone. She noticed my shirt. She's like, "Hey, I like your shirt," and we didn't talk at first. And we saw her at, what was it, Tivana, and she noticed. She pointed out my shirt again. She pointed out her backpack, and then we started talking about Supernatural, and she was talking about how she went to conventions and met Richard Speight Jr., and I was like, you're so lucky.
I want her life.
So we added her on Facebook, and we met her friend who she lives with, and now we know a whole bunch of people that live in different states and even different countries, and I think it's pretty cool that we can connect with people on that kind of level and call ourselves, the SPN family.
All because of a show about two guys that hunt monsters.
Right. So, I just think it's pretty cool that we can connect with a whole bunch of different people on so many different levels, and it's a neat experience.
I mean, it may be nerdy to some people, like, oh, why do you watch this? Why do you do? Because it goes deeper, because it's an escape. I mean, I know it's a show. God, I know it's fake, but that's the beauty about art, period. Like, art and entertainment, period. Because it's an escape, and what you find out about an escape, it can change your life. Because literally, for some people, because I've met two friends online through Twitter, they're about Supernatural. That's what the show is for them. It's an escape. They need a break. It's just like life keeps throwing them hits.
Mm-hmm.
They watch the show when it comes on, and for an hour, or if they're watching it because they don't have anything else, so for hours, they forget, about their problems. And, even then, because they'll, like, watch convention videos or actually go to conventions and be like, wow, these two actors that lead the show inspire me to keep living. So, like, seriously, it's all that some people have to keep going, because it's so weird to say when you have everything and your life isn't as hectic. Some people just understand how that's all some people have is the escape, because they just don't have families that are that supportive, or they don't have friends who honestly care that much. It's just literally all they have is themselves. But then they turn around, watch this show, meet people who like this show, and these people who sometimes they never, ever, 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 ever in their life get to meet. All they knew is they talk in group chats, they talk on Facebook, they talk on Twitter, Tumblr, whatever, and they're closer to anything else that they will ever have, or probably ever had.
Yeah, I think it's also pretty cool that we can relate to the show in different levels. Not like, obviously not the rituals,
saving the world by sacrificing
ourselves, fighting monsters, stuff like that. But a lot of the different scenarios in the show we can connect to, the people we can connect to, and I know it's just a show, but the people, it's like we grow on the people, or the people grow on us, and they just, it's like when you start watching and, like she said, lose yourself in the show, it's, you connect to those people, and it's like you're in the show and you're fighting along with them, and it's pretty cool. And I love how the writers and the producers and all that just make the show out to be
sometimes how it mirrors what's going on in real life, when it's interesting.
Definitely, and that's how I feel about Grey's Anatomy too. It's like a lot of different stuff that I can connect to. But last night I did watch an episode and I bawled my eyes out because Derek died, and oh my gosh. Sorry. Sorry for anybody who's decided to watch Grey's Anatomy for the first time. I'm so sorry. But, I mean, you should have seen it on Facebook already, because that's how I found out, and I was so upset.
Bum, bum, bum.
But it's pretty interesting, and I'm glad I got into it, and I'm glad that I reconnected with some friends. Like, Chris is like my only best friend right now. Well, I mean, I have other best friends, but different states, and we all have lives, and Krysta lives 20 minutes away from me. I'm like, I'm gonna go bug Krysta today,
And I don't care. Because usually what we do is she comes over, we talk supernatural, whether it is literally about the show or the actors, because we're lames like that. Or we'll watch the show.
or watch movies, or just go walk the canal downtown, or stuff like that. But yeah.
This is fun.
So we just figured we'd make a video and start talking supernatural, and
It ended up being so much more than supernatural.
we got deep. So for anybody who never really watched Supernatural in the first place, there's a lot of different things about Supernatural it's odd. Like, the favorite person, the lovable person is the king of hell. I mean, you've got angels that are
It's so weird. That's what the fun part.
rude.
Talking about the show. Talking about the show, and people who don't know about the show, like, don't know anything about it, or may have heard about it. And, like, this is because I've seen this happen in my own real life, between me and my sister. She had the devil's trap on her wrist, and it was a fake tattoo. And so it's like, are you a Wiccan? Or do you worship the devil? It's like, no.
I've actually had people ask me about my tattoo. Ask me, are you Wiccan? Are you...
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you remember Hershey, the one I told you about that I
Yeah.
went downtown with? Well, I had walked in and she saw my tattoo and she was like, are you a Wiccan or are you into supernatural? I was like, I'm into supernatural. Matter of fact, she goes to school to be a Wiccan. And she graduated today. Looks like we're gonna have to go hunt us a witch.
No, kidding.
Totally
kidding.
No, she asked me about this tattoo right here. It's called the anti-possession tattoo. And of course I've got always keep fighting above it, just to remind me. But yeah, it's
It's fun when you say, I love Lucifer, and you're like, wait, what? Like, no, the character of the show, he's really funny on the show. Oh.
I saw something on Facebook today where it says our supernatural fandom has gifts for everything. I lost my shoe.
Heck, we even have a gif of Misha Collins saying, we have a gift for that. Who else can you say does that? We are a weird fandom.
And of course you have the gag reels, which it's like when you watch the gag reels, it's like, how do they get stuff done? Right? There was one, I think it was season 11. It might have been season 11 or season 10. But Dean and Cass had Crowley handcuffed. And in the gag reel, they were sitting on a bench. And
that's season 9. Season 9.
Misha sneezed, and Crowley, which is the king of hell,
Bless you.
said "bless you," and of course Dean was like,
I watch the
Like,
gag
what?
reels religiously because if I'm like super pissed, if I'm pissed, if I'm mad, if I'm upset, if I'm feeling a little on the down, I throw in because I'm that weird one. I own all the seasons, and even the anime that seems nobody really likes, and I throw the gag girls in, and I feel instantly better. So I know them by heart. So that's why I knew she was talking about that's season 9, and I know that's bad. I even know the episode from
But
that gag.
I thought it was funny. You know, there's so many gifts for everything. You could just say, "There's not a gift for this," and somebody will post it, and it's like, "You sure about that? Because we got a gift for everything."
We have Frozen related ones.
Right.
Want to build a snowman? Do you hear that, Mom? I can quote the gag girls like that because I watch them all the time.
I can quote some of them. I'm not. I've got a job, so unfortunately I got a job, so I can't really watch it as much as Krista does.
Because Chris decided to be a weirdo and take a break from school. So, because I was in school, but I was like, school, I need a break from you, and not have all the free time in the world.
And of course, because I have such a huge crush on him, sorry, my crean scracked.
Cream crack.
Crean scracked. Screen cracked. So, but I've got.
You know you're a Supernatural fan when?
You know you're a Supernatural fan when you have Jensen Ackles or Jared. Okay, any of the actors.
Or
you know,
anything
Jensen
from...
Ackles, Jared Padalecki, Mark Shepard, Misha Collins, Richard Speight Jr.,
Rob Benedict,
Rob
Osric
Benedict,
Chow,
whatever.
Gil McKinney, Sebastian Roche, oh god, Matt Cohen, Ken Rhodes,
Jeffrey
Brianna
D.
Butler.
Morgan.
Yes.
I mean, any of the Supernatural, characters or actors, actresses, whatever, as your screensaver, and of course, me, I am one of those people.
Me too, but I wouldn't.
bad.
I can't pull my phone out right now because I don't know where it is at the moment.
She loses it every time. It's always in her backpack.
That was a creepy smile.
But
yeah, look at that. A video about us talking about Supernatural, and it ends up being about our friendship too.
Because we're awesome.
Yeah, we're awesome. We're awesome, y'all. Awesome.
Let's see, what else can we discuss on here?
Pudding, pie, cakes.
Did you see those pictures that I made for Kayla and Caitlin? I just thought it was too cute.
That just got me thinking, oh god, what's Cassie gonna do on my birthday?
You will see. Oh, and of course Krysta sends me all these things on Facebook. We've got this one. Sinner. Hashtag sinner. Of course, it's backwards because, it's front-facing camera, so. But we got that. Let's see what else did Krysta send. Oh. And of course, we got Demon Dean.
Demon Dean was amazing. Give us back Demon Dean.
You shouldn't.
I didn't send you that one.
No, I sent this to you.
Oh, yeah.
We got a whole bunch of different stuff on here.
Okay, that one I remember sending to you.
Dub.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Talking about John Shaft.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and I'm like, I'm lactose intolerant. Oh, look at you. He's so cute. This is my nephew. His name is Jet Ryan. His shirt says, "Pick me up, darling. I heart over older chicks." I bought that for him. Well, I bought that for my sister-in-law's baby shower.
Now I have to buy something like that for my nephew.
Walmart.
Who is just... Yeah, I'm an auntie. That's still weird to me. I'm an auntie to my sister. Oh, all the time. Why?
Now, see, I always look at this when I have a bad day, because I have to. It's so cute.
Who doesn't want flowers delivered to you by a good-looking man?
Seriously.
Okay, if you're a girl. I understand if you're a guy. You don't want flowers. You probably want, like, beer, cake, pie, something.
I don't know who that is. I know who that is, but I'm not.
I don't know. When you're looking at supernatural gifts on your phone, like.
Yeah. I'm so obsessed with this show. But yeah, it's a pretty cool thing to.
It's just something else to be nerdy about, because there's like, there's nothing wrong with being nerdy about things. I mean, I know people will harp on you, like, why do you like being nerdy? That's so weird. You're just. But again, it goes back to that escapism thing, and plus, bring up a very serious point. I could be doing so much more. Like, so some of my family members, friends are like, why are you liking this stuff? Like, why are you into nerdy stuff? Like, why are you like going to convention stuff?
Or you get people like my dad who is all
just
about
narc
that.
on everything.
Well, that he thinks the show's all about Satanism and worship, just worshiping the devil and just a whole bunch of witchcraft and stuff like that, but it's not. And I don't know.
I'm like, I could be doing drugs. I could be out on the
I could be doing.
streets.
You could be doing drugs. I could be messing with witchcraft, which I don't.
No, I could be messing
it's
with the
just-
stuff that these two guys on the show kill. So it's like, yes, it's a show about these horrible things when the two main characters are trying to stop said things.
You know, my nephew, I told you he was going to be a stormtrooper for Halloween.
Dun, 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 dun,
But I
dun,
told-
dun, dun, dun,
I asked
dun,
my
dun.
dad because I think it would have been cool if we suggested Jake to be Chucky for Halloween. Even though I really hate Chucky, but I think it would have been interesting to see him do that. But my dad said no, because he's not gonna make Jake or have Jake do any of that Satan stuff, and
Your dad doesn't like horror movies, I take it.
apparently not, because he will not let Jake dress up as Chucky. Of course, when I have a kid, I will dress them up as Chucky, and
Chucky is okay. I have to shut up, because there are people who just... I don't like horror movies, but I've seen all the Child's Play movies, and Child's Play is funny as heck. There is nothing scary about Child's Play at all.
It's not like it's devil stuff though. I mean, yeah,
It's about a doll. I mean, yes, it is a little satanic doll because it's trying to kill you, but it's about a doll that has the soul of a man in it who is a serial killer. Like,
right.
it's a horror movie.
I just don't bring that stuff up anymore.
Cause no, best horror movies to watch are the ones that aren't horror, sci-fi horror movies, like all the Alien series. Nightmare Days on that one. I remember the first time I watched the Alien movies, I was like, no! Now I just watch them like, yeah, they're gonna get eaten by that alien.
See, of course, I can watch scary movies. She won't do it. She won't even go to a haunted house with me.
Chicken. I'm
She's-
sorry. I'm weird. Like, there's certain movies.
I wish my drink wasn't so hard.
I don't feel like getting up right now.
I don't feel like getting up right now either. Even though my throat's really dry. But yeah, it's been a fun while talking about supernatural.
And other stuff. This is just random girl thoughts.
Yeah, well, yeah. For our very first video, we just figured we'd talk about supernatural and kind of get it over with.
Even though
Other
there
stuff
may be
will
more.
yeah, there's definitely going to be more supernatural talk in other videos because, of course, on Thursday we've got another episode, and I'm really spoiler alert for season 12. So if you haven't seen it yet, mute the video or back up out of it because you don't want to hear it. I'm really pissed off that Mary left. I am really mad that she left. And Dean's face, like, I was in tears watching it because Dean just kind of backed away and looked away from his mom. He would not look at her. And, I mean, I can understand how both of them feel, but Jeez.
Damn. Dean didn't even hug. Sam at least hugged her.
Well, that's because, Sam didn't have as much time with her before she died.
Oh my gosh.
Sam just wanted a mom, and he wanted the idea of a mom.
Season 12
But
is like...
Dean knew his mother's love, and then lost her, and years went by. So I think I can understand where he's coming from, because he just got her back, and now she's just up and leaving him again, which is intentional this time.
Season 12 is just...
They're gonna kill us with season 12.
I thought I got bent over and rammed up, but harshly after that nonsense they called season 10. I had a little recap with season 11. Now, hi, I'm season 12. I'm here to help your life even more. Thanks, season 12. Like, season 12 has ruined my life.
It's gonna ruin
But I
everybody's
love it.
life.
But I love it. But I love it. Sorry, my phone is ringing because we're at my house and my phone's annoying. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. You're in my phone. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Shut up. We don't want your... we don't want none. We ain't got... We be at home. We got no trees. If anybody knows that reference, you will be my friend for life. Except for Cassie, because Cassie gets a pass if she doesn't know that reference.
Because I'm awesome.
And there's so many other references I make that she can get.
Yes, there is. Oh. So, I think that's about it for this episode, because I think we ran out of stuff to talk about.
I have plenty of stuff to
Well,
talk about,
I mean,
but not related to this.
Yeah. And being that we've already wasted 36 minutes of your life, if you're still watching, I think this is it for this time. We'll probably make another one another day, but it is October 30th, and in a couple of hours it will be Halloween.
This is Halloween. This is
So-
Halloween. 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 Halloween.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Freak.
I love Halloween,
But-
okay? But November 1st, Christmas music all the way. I don't care. My sister's like, it's not even Thanksgiving. Negro, it's Christmas time.
And I will be listening to Covers with Friends Christmas album, because I just can't take it. I love their voices. But anyway, that is it for this week, or tonight, however we
Do
this scheduling, whatever. And we will see you next time, and I hope you guys have a good Halloween, and we'll see you next time.